Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're jetting off to the land of samba, soccer, and stunning nature. That's right, we're diving deep into Brazil. But we're not just talking about the famous beaches of Rio. We're uncovering 20 surprising facts that will completely change how you see this incredible South American giant. So, grab your notebook, because your Brazil travel plans are about to get a major upgrade. Let's get started. First up, did you know Brazil is so massive it borders almost every other country in South America? That's right, it shares a border with every nation except for Chile and Ecuador. This makes it a fantastic hub if you're planning a grand tour of the continent. Imagine starting in the Amazon and easily hopping over to Colombia or Peru. Number 2. Brazil wasn't always called Brazil. The country's name comes from pau-brasil or brazelwood, a tree that was highly valued by European traders for its deep red dye. Before that, the Portuguese first named the land Ilha de Vera Cruz, meaning Island of the True Cross, because they initially thought it was an island. Third on our list is a linguistic surprise. While the rest of Latin America predominantly speaks Spanish, Brazil's official language is Portuguese. It's home to the largest population of Portuguese speakers in the world, far outnumbering Portugal itself. So, brushing up on bom dia and obrigado will get you much further than Buenos Dias and gracias. Fact number 4 will appeal to all the coffee lovers out there. For over 150 years, Brazil has been the world's largest producer of coffee. That morning cup you're enjoying, there is a very good chance the beans came from the rolling hills of Minas Gerais or Sao Paulo. When you're in Brazil, you have to try a cafezinho, a small, strong, and typically very sweet cup of coffee offered everywhere as a sign of hospitality. Number 5 is a wild one. Brazil is home to the most uncontacted tribes in the world, deep within the Amazon rainforest. It's estimated there are over 100 indigenous groups living with no contact with the outside world. The Brazilian government has a strict policy of protecting their isolation and their land. A fascinating modern-day reality. Next, let's talk about wildlife. Brazil is considered the most biodiverse country on Earth. It boasts the highest number of known mammal and freshwater fish species, and is home to iconic animals like the jaguar, capybara, toucan, and the pink river dolphin. A trip to the Pantanal wetlands or the Amazon rainforest is an absolute must for any nature enthusiast. Number 7 might surprise you. The capital of Brazil isn't Rio de Janeiro or Sao Paulo. It's Brasilia. This city was built from scratch in the middle of the country in just 41 months, from 1956 to 1960. Its futuristic, airplane-shaped layout and unique modernist architecture make it a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a truly unique place to visit. 8th, let's bust a myth. While many associate Brazil with its stunning coastline, around 60% of the Amazon rainforest is actually located within Brazil's borders. This vast, vital ecosystem is often called the lungs of the planet, and its scale is truly hard to comprehend until you see it. Number 9 is a tasty fact. The national dish of Brazil is feijoada, a hearty black bean and pork stew. It's traditionally served on Wednesdays and Saturdays with rice, kale, orange slices, and farofa-toasted cassava flour. It's a culinary experience you absolutely cannot miss. It's rich, flavorful, and deeply rooted in the country's history. For our 10th fact, we're heading to the beach. Brazil has over 4,600 miles of coastline, but the most famous beach, Copacabana, has a secret. The iconic wave pattern on its sidewalk isn't just for decoration. It has a traditional Portuguese pavement design and is meant to represent the meeting of the Rio Tejo with the Atlantic Ocean in Lisbon. A little piece of Portugal right there in Rio. Number 11. Japan has a huge connection to Brazil. Brazil is home to the largest Japanese population outside of Japan. In Sao Paulo, the neighborhood of Liberdade feels like a little piece of Tokyo, with Japanese streetlights, markets, and restaurants. This migration started in the early 20th century, and the cultural fusion is fascinating. 12th, let's talk about voting. In Brazil, voting is mandatory for all literate citizens between the ages of 18 and 70. It is a civic duty that is taken very seriously. This might seem different from what you're used to, but it highlights the importance of democratic participation in Brazilian culture. 13th, Brazil has its own version of the Grand Canyon. It's called Itambazinho Canyon, located in Aparados da Serra National Park in the south, with its sheer, dramatic cliffs and cascading waterfalls plunging into the valley below. It offers some of the most breathtaking and underrated landscapes in the country. Fact number 14 is for the adrenaline junkies. Mount Roraima, the flat-top mountain that inspired the Paradise Falls in the movie Up, sits on the border of Brazil, Venezuela, and Guyana. The Brazilian side is known for being one of the most challenging and rewarding treks in the world. A true adventure for experienced hikers. 15th, a surprising architectural gem. The city of Salvador, in the state of Bahia, was Brazil's first capital. Its historic center, the Pelourinho, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site famous for its beautifully preserved colonial architecture and vibrant Afro-Brazilian culture. It's a city that pulses with music, history, and energy. Number 16. Let's clear up a common misconception about Carnival. While Rio's Carnival is the most famous, it's not the only one. Almost every city and town in Brazil has its own unique celebration. The carnivals in Salvador and Olinda, for example, are famous for their massive street parties. Or blocos, where you party with the locals instead of just watching a parade. Fact 17 will have you looking up. Brazil has the second highest number of airports in the world, right after the United States. Given the country's immense size, air travel is often the most practical way to get around, connecting the coastal cities to the Amazonian interior and everything in between. 18th, Sao Paulo isn't just a concrete jungle. It's a global capital of street art. The city has a clean city law that prohibits traditional advertising like billboards, which has turned its walls into a massive canvas for incredible graffiti and murals. A walk through Beco do Batman or Batman's Alley is like visiting an open-air art gallery. Number 19 might be the most Brazilian fact yet. On the beaches of Rio, there are designated numbered posts called postos. These aren't just for lifeguards, they are social markers. Locals will say let's meet at Posto 9 in Ipanema, which is known for its trendy, youthful crowd, while other postos might attract families or sports enthusiasts. It's the unofficial social map of the beach. And finally, our 20th surprising fact, Brazil's national motto is Ordem e Progresso, which means order and progress. You can see it written on the country's flag. This phrase was inspired by the French philosopher Auguste Comte's motto of positivism. Love as the principle and order as the basis, progress as the goal. It's a reflection of the nation's aspiration at its founding as a republic. And there you have it, 20 surprising facts that prove Brazil is so much more than meets the eye. From its incredible biodiversity and rich history to its unique cultural quirks, Brazil is a country that will captivate and surprise you at every turn. I hope this inspired you to add it to your travel list or to dig even deeper into what makes this place so special. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments which fact surprised you the most. Until next time, travel safe and stay curious.